Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 9, entitled as Raja Vidya Rajaguhyam. Sloka 8. Prakṛtiṁ svām avaṣṭabhya visṛjāmi punaḥ bhūta-grāmam imaṁ kṛtsnam avaśaṁ prakṛter vaśāt. The creation is of two types. One is called samashti srishti, another one is called vyashti srishti. Samashti srishti means aggregated creation. Vyashti srishti means individual creation. In the previous sloka number 7, we saw the samashti srishti. In this sloka, Krishna speaks about the vyashti srishti, that he is cause of both. Let's see the word by word and translation. Svām prakṛtiṁ, the material nature, the moola prakriti, which is Krishna's. Avaṣṭabhya, using, that is, operating it through aggregated creation, samashti srishti. Prakṛtiṁ vaśāt, being under the sway of prakriti. Avaśaṁ, not independent, being powerless. Kṛtsnam, in total, that includes all types of individual beings, deva, manushya, sthavara, triyak, all the different varieties of living beings. Imaṁ bhūta-grāmam, aggregated of beings, punaḥ, again and again, visṛjāmi, I generate them appropriately. Translation: the whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again. And under my will, it is annihilated at the end. So what Krishna says here is, Prakriti, which belongs to Krishna, is capable of undergoing evolution, varied evolution, and that Prakriti is subservient to Krishna. Krishna developed it into eightfold, and through that he created the fourfold beings. We will see this in detail as we go. The fourfold beings are gods, humans, animals, and all the inanimated things. They all get created again and again at the appropriate time. These beings have no control on themselves, but they are under the influence and control of Prakriti. And that Prakriti is mind, which causes the delusion to anyone, and it possesses the three modes. In chapter 7, sloka 14, we have seen the power of Prakriti, power of Maya in detail. So this should be easy for us to understand what Krishna is saying in this sloka. Prakriti, Maya Shakti. Prakriti is the Maya Shakti. Very powerful. It is so powerful that it shows the real thing to be false and those which are false to be real. Whatever is anityam, temporary, it shows us as nityam, and whatever is nityam, permanent, shows us as anityam. Whatever is perishable, it shows us as imperishable, and those which are imperishable shows it as perishable. That is the power of Maya Shakti, the Prakriti's Shakti. This Maya Shakti is very powerful and is energy of Krishna. As we have already studied in the 7th chapter, there are 24 material elements. We can group them into 3. 1 plus 7 plus 16. The 1 is Moola Prakriti and the 7 are Mahan, Ahankaram, Shabda Sparisha Rupa Rasa Gandham. Those 5 are called Pancha Tanmatra. The sound, touch, form, taste, and then the smell. They all together is one group, makes it 7. And Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Bhūtam, and Manas. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 1. That makes it into 16. Therefore 1 Moola Prakriti, 7 Mahan Ahankaram and Pancha Tanmatra, and 16 Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Bhūtam and Manas equal to 24 elements. These 3 classification has their name. The one is called Prakriti, the second one is called Vikriti, and the third one is called Prakriti Vikriti. The one which is called Prakriti is nothing but Moola Prakriti. It is the mother for rest of the things, rest of the changes. By itself doesn't have a mother, but it changes from its form to further. It is called Prakriti. The second one is called Vikriti. That is number 7. Mahan Ahankaram Shabda Sparisha Rupa Rasa Gandham. Prakriti, the previous one, goes through Vikaram, goes through changes into Mahan, Mahan into Ahankara, Ahankara, Shabda, Sparisha, etc. Because of this, the further things comes into existence. So, the speciality of this group classification, Vikriti, is it's the middle. Therefore, it has mother, which is Prakriti, Moola Prakriti, and this Vikriti, the number 7, also has children. Those are the 16 items that comes later. Now the third classification, which is Prakriti Vikriti, consists of 16 elements: Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Bhūtam and Manas. The point to be noted here is this Prakriti Vikriti, 16 elements, has mother, which is the Vikriti, Mahan Ahankaram, Sabda Sparisha Rupa Rasa Gandha. But this Prakriti Vikriti, 16 elements, does not have a children. That is how these 24 elements are classified. So what Krishna says here, svām prakṛtiṁ avaṣṭabhya, I make these classifications. It's me, under my influence, the Prakriti goes through these changes. This Prakriti is non-sentient. It consists of 3 gunas which cannot be separated: Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Because these 3 gunas cannot be separated, it is part of Prakriti. The final result, that is a body that one gets, it's also composition of 3 gunas, which cannot be separated. Since these 3 gunas are always part of the body, the Jivatma is always influenced by these 3 modes. Vaśaṁ means control, under one's control. Avaśaṁ means not under one's control, which means therefore this prakrti is not under control of anyone else other than me. Bhūta-grāmam, the 4-fold beings, devas, manushyas, animals and inanimated things, they all are powerless under the influence of prakrti. They suffer helplessly under the sway of prakrti and are unable to exercise control prakrti, though they constantly try to control the prakrti but always fails. It is because prakrti is fully under my control. I control the prakrti. No one has any power to do so. The only way that one can overcome the influence of prakrti is simply by surrendering unto me. One might ask a question. Krishna uses these non-sentient prakrti, etc. as the material cause. Why can't he do things by himself? Why is he depending on something else like prakrti and so forth? The answer is, it is not because Krishna is unable to create things without these things, but he does it as a sport, as a leela, to show his sovereignty, greatness, mahatmyam. Say, when an able-bodied person walks with the help of a walking stick, for fun, it shows his lordship. It does not render him as layman. Likewise, the potency of prakrti is also to show the Lord's lordship and to show how they all are subservient to Krishna. To conclude, Krishna says in the Sloka, the whole cosmic creation, the order is under his control. Everything happens, manifests again and again, and everything gets annihilated again and again. It's all happening by the will of Krishna. prakṛtiṁ svām avaṣṭabhya visṛjāmi punaḥ bhūta-grāmam imaṁ kṛtsnam avaśaṁ prakṛter vaśāt. Namaste. Hare Krishna.